Well, we're starting off with national news, a COVID-19 report. A recent study following up on a national 2020 COVID-19 study revealed that 15 to 25% of adults who've contracted COVID-19 in the United States could be suffering from long COVID. 3 years ago, the City College of New York launched a national study involving 7,000 Americans and the risk factors of COVID-19. Following their findings, the college launched a follow-up study in July of 2022 to look at long-term COVID effects on those who got infected. Long COVID is understood to be a persistent set of symptoms, that include fatigue, shortness of breath, headaches, difficulty concentrating, brain fog, increased heart rate, and increased inflammation throughout the body. Studies also found a person may be at higher risk for developing long COVID if they're female, have comorbidities such as diabetes, or have had repeat infections of COVID-19. Well, moving on, in other news, State Attorney General Letitia James has secured a court order stopping gun makers from selling ghost guns in New York. Legally, gun manufacturers are supposed to mark guns with serial numbers to help officials trace the gun back to the maker, the seller, and the customer. However, ghost guns are made without serial numbers, which can't be traced. Now, Attorney General James says 10 national gun companies will have to stop selling and shipping those parts. The Attorney General won the court order against several big gun names, including 80% Arms and Glock store. Ghost guns have been connected to several shootings across the city, many across the state, and including one taking the life of a 16-year-old Angelo Iabo and injuring 2 other teens last April as they were walking home from school in Melrose. In city news, the Bronx Community Foundation, the Bronx Borough President's Office, hosted a panel discussing the state budget housing. Our Bronx Net reporter Chanel Thompson brings us the story.
We're here at the Northeast Bronx YMCA for the State of the State presentation given by Deputy Commissioner and COO of New York State Renewals and Community, Betsy Mallow, who talks about affordable housing, public safety, and education, and much more for the city. Betsy shared insight on Governor Hochul's annual budget and policy priorities and highlighted the New York Housing Compact, which aims to build 800,000 new homes across New York over the next decade.
There are incredible policies ranging from housing policies to climate policies, transportation, but they are all deeply rooted in the interest of making a safer, more affordable, more livable in New York.
Some of the questions that were asked were about public transportation, affordable housing, and education.
There's $1 billion for healthcare transformation. There's $25 billion for housing. There's a tremendous commitment to the MTA and to public safety.
The Bronx Community Foundation's inaugural president and CEO, Misha Porter, wanted to let us know what's her organization's biggest focus for the new year.
So we are really super excited about launching our strategic planning initiative from the Bronx Community Foundation. And the goal is to continue this, right? We see ourselves as a really important convener in this borough, but to begin to have a widespread conversation about what our borough needs going forward, to hear from the people. So as the foundation grows, that we're growing in service of what the Bronx community needs us to be.
For more information on how you can get involved, you can visit their website at www.thebronx.org. Reporting for BronxNet, Chanel Thompson.
And thank you, Chanel. That is all the time we have for our Bronx updates, but don't go anywhere. We are taking a quick break, but we have more open when we return.